So, I wanted to make sure that I went into, again, what supernatural means to me and break it down. I didn't want to just say, come back and regurgitate everything I put on YouTube. Because if you watch me on YouTube, you know I can talk. Y'all know I can talk all day long. I can put up videos for 15 minutes. I can put up videos for 20 minutes. I do not know how to condense my videos because I like to talk. But I want to make sure that I describe supernatural in the form of an acronym so that you all can know how I feel about it. So S stands for strength. Strength is important when going natural or trying to maintain a holistically healthy life. It is important that you stay strong. Watch what you do. Keep up with yourself. Measure your strength daily because it's going to be tested. Every day you're going to see a perm box. I kept a perm box in my closet for 2 years while I was going natural. And reason being, if I took my hair down one day and I wasn't feeling good, I was going to perm it. I had that in my mind. So I kept that perm. And when I found that perm box when it was time for me to move, I laughed. I had forgotten it was in there. So that strength came over time and I didn't even realize it because I hadn't even looked back to that perm box after a while. Unbreakable. You want to be unbreakable. People are going to have things to say. I had long perm hair. When I went to go cut my hair off, people were like, why did you do that? Why would you cut your hair off? Like, you had such pretty hair. And since I was a little girl, my hair defined me. My hair was something I hid behind. I thought it was something that made me pretty. It was something that made me who I was. I identified with having pretty hairstyles. I identified with being able to do my hair on my own. And to me, having it flat and having it straight and perm was the easiest way for me to maintain that look that I wanted to have. But I had to be unbreakable when people had things like that to say to me. I had to change that. You have to be a powerhouse. So no matter what, you have to exude your power. It's more than about, again, the way that you look. It's about how you show people how you move, how you function, how you're maintaining a healthy lifestyle. They're going to watch you. And in fact, a lot of times people try you and say things to you that make you weak just to say, oh, you really weren't going natural anyway. Or you really weren't trying to be healthy anyway. That was just temporary. Or you're going through a phase. So you have to be a powerhouse. You have to stay encouraged and enthusiastic. I found myself dropping people that I thought were my friends. If they couldn't, not necessarily take part in what I'm doing, because I'm not anti-perm. I'm not anti-do what you do. But I am definitely against not trying to strive to be your best. And that's what supernatural is about, right? We're trying to strive to be our best. And so if people around me were not showing that, they had to go. So therefore, if they weren't encouraging me and I wasn't encouraged by them and I wasn't enthused by them, then they had to move forward, and I did too. So therefore, you have to stay encouraged and enthusiastic. You have to stay renewed. Every day is a new day. Your journey is going to change daily. You're not going to look the same every day. You're not going to feel the same every day. I've been natural 4 years, and it's still days I wake up like, oh, I have to twist my hair today. Oh my goodness, I got to wash my hair. But you know what? I have never been so carefree with my hair in my life. When I say that, I can do my hair 1 time a month, and I still look good. So therefore, meaning, watch my YouTube videos. You all will see the hairstyles I come up with that I keep up forever. And I look good. I mean, on the last day, day 30 or 31, people are like, ooh, your hair look good. I'm like, ooh, this needs to come down. So you have to stay renewed. You have to make sure that daily you're building and reinventing yourself, changing over and over. It's a system, it's a change of metamorphosis. So make sure you stay renewed. You have to have the nerve. N stands for nerve. A lot of times we don't want to stand out because we think people are going to judge us. We think they're going to talk about us. We think that they're going to hate us. Well, newsflash. People are going to hate you, talk about you, and judge you, even if you do what they think is right. So therefore, not standing out is only hurting you. I endured, again, like I said, I endured a lot of people saying certain things to me or whispering about my hair or why did she do that? Because when I went natural, it was still kind of a controversial time. It was still kind of, perms aren't right because my hair keep falling out, but I look good. I don't like having nappy hair. I don't like people looking at my head like, what happened? But what you find is sometimes those looks are looks of admiration. Sometimes those looks are, I don't get it. I don't understand. How could she do that? How could she be herself? I want to be myself too. So the look might come out as confusion, but when in all actuality, those people are actually admiring you. They don't know how to handle your beauty or process it. I have people now walk in the door, they like, oh my gosh, you have so much hair. And I'm like, on that first look, you like, what? Do I have a bug in my nose? What happened? But it's your hair. They're like, wow, this is what Afro hair can do. It can be this long, it can be this big. Wow, I didn't know our hair could do that. I hear things in supermarkets I walk past. I hear people, I could never do that, but that looks wonderful on her. You hear that. You hear it all the time, and when I hear it, I educate. I turn around and I say, yes, you could. You definitely could. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. So it's definitely something that we don't see as possible yet. It's still something we see as unachievable. Or, she has some good hair, so that's why her hair grew like that. I have seen what we consider the nappiest of hair grow all the way down to beyond, behinds and beyond. So our hair can do some wonderful things. Some wonderful things. Also, show your aptitude. That's what A stands for. So aptitude means quickness of learning. Okay? Quickness of learning. And when you show your aptitude, when you learn, you grow, right? So when somebody tells you something, or they're trying to teach you something about natural hair, or they're trying to teach you something about maintaining your holistic health, or losing weight, or ways to stay healthy, take that in. Show your ability to learn quickly. Don't be so quick to say, well, that's not for me. I don't like that. Ooh, that hairstyle is a hot mess. I could never do that. But it was things I saw before I went natural and before I lost weight that I would say things about, and now I do them and I love them. Even when I lost weight, before I lost weight, I just thought a size 2 was ridiculous. How could somebody be a size 2 and be happy? She hungry. And I'm a size 2 now. And to me, I feel the happiest I have ever been in my life. And I went out last night and had Mexican food and had a good time, but I am definitely on top of my workouts. I'm definitely on top of maintaining my healthy side. And so never think that what you want is impossible, because it's not. Be tenacious. Okay, that's what T stands for. T stands for tenacious. I can't express that enough. Tenacious is being solid, steadfast, unmovable. When people have something to say to you, laugh, giggle. I can remember to this day a person who was natural told me, and this person, I admire her to death now, told me, why would you cut off all your hair? You can just let it grow out. Like, I wouldn't want to go through that short stage. That short stage is just not for everybody. And that discouraged me. It really did, because I had already cut my hair off. Like, I can't put it back on. So why would you tell me that now? So you have to think about being tenacious. I learned how to brush that off. Even if it hurt me, I just kept looking at the goals. That's why it's important that you do have hair idols. It is important that you look at YouTube and see what our hair can do, because that was what motivated me. I got on Folky and I looked at women whose hair was beautiful. and I looked at their timelines. And even though I didn't always expect what they got, because I knew my hair was different, I was like, okay, in 4 or 5 years, I can have way more hair than I have now. So, whatever. So when those people would say those things to me, I actually had a comedic show running through my head. Like, my hair growing, like, just every year. I'm like, year 1, year 2, year 3, year... So I was like, okay, yeah. You don't like my hair, but you're going to like it in 4 years. And guess what? All those people now are like, oh my God, I wish I had went natural. Or they have teeny weeny afros now. You know, because... And then they say to me, I should have went natural when you went natural. Why didn't I just do it when you did it? And you know, it's definitely something that we have to learn to support each other in. Why would you not support somebody in being themselves? I can't help that my hair grows like this. I can't change the way that my hair grows. I can't make it be something that it's not. We should be more upset about people wanting to put chemicals in their hair to alter them. We should be more upset that people want to hide themselves through weaves that look nothing like what our hair can look like. I'm not against weaves at all. I will throw some braids in my hair in a minute, but it definitely represents something that's possible. So if I'm going to put in a weave in my hair, it's going to look like something that I could probably have if I wanted to. And what I mean by that is we're so sometimes ashamed of what we've been God-given, we haven't learned to love it at all. We haven't learned to embrace it, and it's because we don't have the proper support. So be tenacious. Remain unyielding. That's what U stands for. And unyielding means, again, somewhat the same idea as tenacious. You don't want to be faltering. Okay? If you're going to say you're going to live this life that's natural and you're going to be healthy and you're going to be happy, you definitely don't want people to hear you saying, oh, I hate my hair. Oh my goodness, I hate doing my hair. I stopped saying that because what if I didn't have hair to do? You know, what if I didn't have hair that I could do certain things with? What if I didn't even have hair that I could attach a braid to? So you have to think about life like that. Don't look at the negatives, look at the positives. So many people want to have a head full of hair. We have it. We don't want to have it, but we have it. Resist. So you need to resist the urge to quickly change your mind. Natural hair to me, for me, this has been the longest time I have seen natural hair be as praised as it is now. But it's gotten to the point where I'm thinking we should stop praising each other for it. You want to know why? And y'all might disagree with me on this. This is who we are. In the 70s and some of the 80s, women walked around, and men walked around with their soft sheen afros, and nobody was like, oh my God, you have an afro. That was a part of us. That was beautiful because it was. It defined us. Not just as a race, Jewish people have afros. But it showed that we could be who we were and be fine with it and be happy with it and make it look funky, make it look good, dress it up, look great. I mean, women back then, that's where I get my style and fashion sense from. Women back then, they fluffed their hair out, got up, put on a cute dress, and went. And I cannot think of anything better than living life carefree. And I don't think I should be praised for that. I think it's just something that should have happened a long time ago. So don't think of natural hair as a stage you're going through. Or I might perm it again if I don't like it. Think about what you can do with what you have. Think about what you've been given and be thankful for that. Okay? A stands for accept. So you want to accept that there will be mistakes. Okay? There will be times where you will go back to a perm. This is something I haven't really expressed to my YouTube family because when I came to YouTube, I had already lost weight and I had already went natural. But there will be times where you might perm again, okay? Or you might gain your weight back. Or you might fall off in taking care of yourself overall. But don't count that as something you have to do. just count it as a falter for a little while. Get back up, brush yourself off, and get back on the ball. There's an ultimate goal, and your life should be seen as an ultimate goal. That ultimate goal is always achieving health, right? So if that's the case, we definitely should not look at it as, okay, by year 7, I'm going to be here, and then what? And then what are you going to do? After that, what are you going to do? Every day is a new day, and we need to learn to accept that we're going to make mistakes along the way. Lastly, I'm going to say L stands for loving yourself. A lot of us hate to see other people look good, natural, or taking care of themselves, or working out, or whatnot, because we don't love ourselves. We hate ourselves. So if you hate yourself, how are you going to love somebody else? If you can't ever take in or listen to what someone else has to say, how can you even love or adore something else about someone else? You have to make sure that you love yourself, and that's where it starts. I love myself enough to know I wasn't going to put chemicals in my head anymore. If you do research on perms and relaxers, there are women who they have dug up and their heads are glowing green because of relaxers. There are women whose hair cannot grow anymore because of forced alopecia. What we don't understand is perms are also a slower process of Nair. Have you all ever used Nair? When you put Nair on hair, what does it do? It goes straight and it falls off. That is a slower process. A perm is a slower process of Nair. That's why they smell very similar. I love myself enough to know to do the research and figure out what I was not going to do to my body anymore. Aside from that, not only in going natural, because that decision was made before I lost my weight, that led me to say, I'm going to be healthy, and I'm going to be healthy enough to know I need to take care of this body, period. My hair can't be looking good, and my body looks broken. So therefore, I started working out, and I found that I liked it. A person who never really worked out. I played basketball in high school, but I had never really worked out outside of just playing a sport. And I found out that I liked it. I found confirmation in it. I also found my own confidence in it. I didn't have to hear people tell me I look good because I knew I did. So therefore, that is something that we need to work on. To me, all of those things, strength, being unbreakable, being a powerhouse, staying encouraged and enthusiastic, staying renewed, having the nerve, showing your aptitude, being tenacious, remaining unyielding, resisting the urge to change your mind, accepting that there will be mistakes, and loving yourself, all define being supernatural. Thank you. I love your hair. And I don't care what anybody says. Anytime I hear the word breakdown, I don't associate it with anything good. So breaking down a car, is when your car breaks down, that's not good. Okay? Breaking down your hair is definitely not good. And when you have a nervous breakdown, that's not a wonderful thing. So make sure you think about the word breakdown, because that's what a perm does to your hair. It breaks it down. Okay? We don't like breakdowns.